Hey guys, welcome to the Trademark Like a Boss show. So, if you're tuning in live, guys, be sure to say hello in the comments. Let us know you're here. If you watch replay, drop the hashtag replay. So, as you know, I'm Radiance Harris, aka the Trademark Goddess. And today I have the lovely mompreneurs, Donna Morris and Dwayna Williams. And we'll be talking about the journey of mompreneurship. So I'm excited about that today. We're all three moms. And so we're going to dive in. But first, please introduce yourself to our audience. Let them know who you are, what you do, and who you serve.
Yes, well, together we are TGND Consulting. I guess I'll introduce myself first. I am Donna. I am the brand and image architect of TGND Consulting. We are a PR consulting agency by way of, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. Dwayna is in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, I'll let you take the rest of the way. Let's see. Yeah, I'm Donna.
I am Dwayna. I am a PR architect and brand strategist of TGND Consulting, and together we make. We created a business 5 years ago that has really started to hit the ground running. So, as of 2022, we have refocused and redefined our business to where we really want to hone in on cultivating mompreneurs as well as women-led businesses with lifestyle brands and creating magical brands and creating brand exposure and allowing us to really redefine the messaging and redefine women and mom roles outside of their household. So we help elevate brands for mompreneurs and women-led businesses with lifestyle brands.
Yes, I love that. And I had the pleasure of working with you both, and I was able to experience the amazing magical charm that you all offer in terms of really conveying the brand message of your clients. So I can definitely, gold star for you guys both for doing that.
Thank you.
Please, share with us more about your mompreneurship journey. Both you all are moms, juggling being, kids and business and husbands. Like, how are you doing it? What are your tips to other moms who are out there doing the juggle day to day?
Yes. So I honestly, you said it day to day. I just take it day by day. I know that some days we have like a whole itinerary schedule for how we want our day to go. And some days it doesn't go that way, especially if you're like me with a 3-month-old, a newborn baby at the house with you. Some days I have, really great days to where I'm able to complete, 10 tabs. I know that sounds crazy, right? Sometimes I do have 10 tabs on my tab, but I'm able to just check things off of my list. And other days I'm only able to maybe respond to emails and wake up that day and be present, right?
Yeah.
And that's okay. As long as you really make sure that you are completing and doing what you say you're going to do when it comes to client work. Some days it won't go as it is going to be planned, but I think one of the things that I've learned is to just communicate that, right? So whether I'm communicating with my husband that I need help, right, or that I'm like not feeling it today, or husband, I may need you home this time around this time for us to go ahead and get some things done, so I can get a brush of fresh air. But really, just take it day by day. That's what I would say for women.
Yeah, and I think it's literally. So our husbands are also entrepreneurs. So that's another layer in itself, right? And they are on the road. They're on their own trucking companies. So I think too, like knowing, like as the women said, like plan your days, plan your weeks. We literally set days for where we do certain client works. We have client calls, networking to make sure we have some structure. But as she said, every day doesn't go as planned. Sometimes I don't wear wigs, but I got to hold on to my wig cap, right, to make sure that I stay flow. Because it's a journey. And I would say, like, literally, I learned the word grace, having grace with myself. I think me and Dwayna, we talk about this all the time when it's like, it'll be okay. Like if we don't get everything checked off today, tomorrow's a new day. Let's start off fresh and brand new. Because I think it's important to remember that we are our own entities first before we are businesswomen, and then we are mothers as well. So it's a juggle game. And I think too, one of the things we realized this year is there's no such word as balance, right? We try to say work-life balance. I think that stresses a lot of mothers out when it comes to this journey, because I mean, every day is not going to be balanced. Like some days I'm going to go on my couch and cry, you know, I got to let it out, but it's going to be okay. And
I haven't done that yet.
Oh, it's therapeutic. Try it.
I hear you.
It is therapeutic. Try it.
It is therapeutic. Yeah, I love it. So I'm hearing take it day by day, give yourself grace. I love that. But I know what has worked for me is like I dedicate like certain work days and then certain like non-work days. Like for example, like I only have calls scheduled on like Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that allows Monday and Wednesday to do other things. So what I've found in terms of creating that balance is kind of time blocking out your schedule so that you're like focused on a certain task, because it can get overwhelming when you keep each day, like that list keeps getting longer and you're only like knocking off like one thing from it.
One thing that we did when you say that, we really blocked our days off to where it's like a client or somebody may say, well, can you do this day? It really works better for me. And it's like, no,
me too.
Next week.
I mean, if it doesn't work for you next week, you're gonna have to figure out the week after that, because you really our boundary. That was one thing that we lacked when we first started, and we have quickly learned from overwhelm and from really trying to figure out like how are we going to do this and make this really stick and work. And the boundaries is one of the things that for me, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna stress myself out to the point to where I don't even want to be an entrepreneur anymore. So that was one we made sure we did, and those are the days that we have available. That's it, right? Nobody wants to
go, but that's what you have to do. And when they're like, because the same, I only do calls on Tuesday and Thursday. So if you're talking about you're available on Wednesday or Monday or Friday, sorry, I can't do it. Like, and it's just, you kind of have to have that kind of audacity and like, but people respect it because it's like, you have to create those boundaries for yourself, because nobody's going to create them for you, you know? So that's
right there for sure. But I think too, one of the things that I really learned as I'm like growing through this journey is like, I'm a giver and I just love what I do so much that you can quickly feel yourself like working nonstop all the time. Because like whenever I get the chance, I'm opening my laptop or on my phone checking emails or on my phone responding to a client. And it's just like that's not the way to go. That's experience. I experienced that to where I had burnout, right? Burnout. It was to the point to where I'm like, okay, I slept 7 hours last night. Why do I still feel like I didn't get no sleep?
Right.
I was like, I gotta share this. And that was one of the things, the boundaries aspect. It was like, it was no questions asked for sure.
So how do you do that cutoff? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's good too that we have each other to keep each other in alignment with that, because like literally Dwayna was on maternity leave, checking emails. I said, girl, close the laptop. You'll be back.
Sometimes I cannot help it. I'm sorry. I'm working on myself every day, day by day.
I hear you, because like for me as an attorney, like the biggest complaint people talk about attorneys is that they're not responsive. So people always talk about like hired so-and-so and they never heard back from them. And so for me, I'm always about like being responsive and operating integrity. But to the point, it can almost become obsessive, right? Like you're checking, you want to make sure you're responding quickly. So like, how do you turn off? I mean, I understand you all keep yourself accountable, but how do you like keep your own self accountable to cut off? Because I know that's hard for me, like to get off Instagram and to get off Facebook and not check my email and to like, so how do you do that?
I mean, I would say honestly, transparently, I haven't mastered it completely yet. Because literally there's always something to do, right? And as we mentioned, we are mothers. So sometimes, like, for an example, a couple weeks, my son started preschool this year, first off. And he's been home with me since before he went to school, 4 years of his life. Wow. And Radiance, this boy has been getting sick like every other week. And I'm like, the germs is crazy. And I'm like, okay, well, this week he's home all week, right? So I have to restructure. And I mean, I might be up at 2:00 checking emails now, right? Because I had to realign my schedule. But I think it's the main thing is like pacing yourself and just reminding yourself, like, the hustle is great, right? But you have to think about your rest, your mindset, and your babies, because really they depend on us. So
yes, yeah.
And like you also said, like Donna, you said you mentioned this, but which made me think about this. It's a marathon, not a sprint, right? It's like I mean, as we grow in this business, we've grown it to where we are today, but it took 5 years to get here, right? And we still have a long ways to go, and that's okay, right? But I think one of the things for me that I really learned to do was just like tuning out everything and then just focusing on one thing at a time, right? Because I am a multitasker at its best. I think as women we're naturally like that, but when we become moms, it's amplified times 1,000. And I'm like, okay, Dwayna, so let's focus on this area first, right? Let's focus on this area for this week. The next week we can put focus here. So allowing myself to really focus on certain things that is prioritized in my life, or that I would like to prioritize. Like, because one of the things that we promote as mompreneurs is like we want moms to be able to attend that 3 p.m. Taekwondo practice and still be able to, you know, get her career going, and show up and be seen as just not a mom, but as a career and a business driven woman, right? So really making sure that you create an ideal week or ideal schedule that aligns and fits your needs. I think that's one of the things that allowed me to do that.
Yeah. So embrace your own lifestyle, embrace your own journey, your lifestyle and how your business evolves is not going to be similar to someone else, and not to be like discouraged if your world or your vision doesn't look like somebody else's. I think that's really important too. So let's switch gears a little bit and talk about your trademark journey. At what point in your business did you decide it's time to get this trademarked? At what point did you do it, and what was the motivating factor for you all?
Yeah, so what motivated us was like literally we got trademarked at the height of COVID. Literally, I was still working full-time in corporate, and I was literally in that transition of leaving corporate. Like it was like I had one foot in the door, one foot out the door, and it was like it's time now. So as I was making that transition, me and Dwayna were like, okay, well, we got to, you know, pull up our bootstraps and really get serious about what we are trying to do. Having a trademark is super important because it protects what you work so hard for. Now, as I mentioned, I'm in the business now full time. It's been a little over a year. Time has been flying. But in that 4 years of gaining that momentum, Dwayna was holding it down in the office. And it's like, why would let this go to waste and not protect our property? Because this is something we work hard for, and we want to keep it for, you know, for our for legacy, right? We want to keep this and grow this, and maybe, you know, it can spread out to something else, but it's important to have the foundation, and the trademark helped us do that. Leaving corporate was a big jump for me, and it was super important to know that, okay, like, let's get serious so people can take us serious. Literally, it allows people to like literally show, like, see that this is a business. These girls are serious about what they're doing. And that was the start of trademarking. So it's been what, 4 years? 4 years since we've been trademarked. No, a year, excuse me. 3.5. About 4 years. Time is flying.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So
I think too, just knowing that, like, in the beginning of the business, we knew what we wanted to do, but we wasn't really clear, right? And once we really started to fine tune and really understand what our passion and purpose was, we knew that this is something that was meant for us. And like Donna said, we don't want to create something and work hard on something that is meant for us, that is our God-given passion and we're put on this earth to do, and allow somebody else to take the brand that we created, or to not really take us serious as business owners. That's one of the reasons why we were just like, okay, let's go ahead and get this trademark so people can understand that we are here to help them. We are here to elevate their business. And one of the ways that we are doing that is by creating a name. So TGND Consulting is a brand, right? Me and Donna operate as the faces of the brand. So we want to make sure that, one, we are protecting ourselves as we move along this momprenneurship.
I love that. Two things you guys both said is, one, being shown that you're taking your business seriously. So when people see that registration symbol, they're like, okay, these girls mean business, they've made the investment, And then 2, what I liked is the fact that you guys have both emphasized that this is your bread and butter. Like, this is your main source of income. And so it would be silly to not protect the very thing that like pays your bills, pays your mortgage, helps your kids get the things that they need. It would be silly. So those are the 2 things I heard from you all about why you decided to do it and why you benefited so much from it. So thank you for sharing. So before we close out, anything that you're working on, anything you want to share, and also where can our audience find you?
Yes, so we are actually launching some digital products. So we wanted to get it out for Black Friday, but the website crashed, and I think in God's time, and God was probably sit down, mom, sit down and enjoy the Thanksgiving holidays. So some ebook products that we are launching actually tomorrow. We have our PR architect workshop that we're also launching. So we have digital aspect of products that you can go ahead and purchase and invest in. So if you are not able to invest in a monthly retainer for PR and brand image strategy services, these ebook products in the PR workshop is going to be something that is going to be more affordable to you to be able to still take your business to the next level when it comes to creating brand awareness and exposure. So you can actually be on the lookout for that information at on Instagram, on Facebook, and our website. So Instagram, we are TGND Consulting, and our website is tgndconsulting.com. That stands for the girls next door. So go ahead and just keep a lookout and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and you will be the first to know when our products drop.
Yes. And then last takeaways too. So we've, I know we kind of talked about what keeps us, like together, like sane and everything. We've also created a community called Mommy Hustle. It's a community of like-minded women like ourselves who are maybe transitioning from corporate into full-time entrepreneurship, or maybe thinking about starting a business, but they don't know exactly what they want to do, or you're actually a full-time mompreneur now. So we have a group that we created, and community is super big when it comes to the entrepreneurship journey in general, but I think especially for mompreneurs, because it's like, who can really go through the experience like and relate with us outside of an actual mom, right? Yeah. And it's for millennial women like ourselves. So Radiance, if you're not a part, feel free to join. But Mommy Hustle is
it's on Facebook. On Facebook. Okay.
It's on Facebook. Yeah. We'll drop the link in the comments here so you guys can have access to that. But Radiance, I think too, the group will be really beneficial to you as well, because some of these moms are not full-time mompreneurs yet. Or entrepreneurs, that they have a vision of where they want to be when it comes to entrepreneurship. They may be still working 9 to 5, but they are looking to either transition their side hustle to their full-time hustle, or they're looking to start something that they are passionate about. So I think this will be a really good place for you to come and let them know about the trademark process. So we talk to them about that. Like, it's important to protect what it is that you're creating. So
yeah, send me the invite. I would be happy to join.
But community is important, ladies. So if we have any mompreneurs watching this, community is important. Make sure you find the right community for yourself.
I agree. Well, thank you so much, Donna and Dwayna, for joining me today.
It's always a pleasure, Radiance. And literally,
go ahead, Donna.
Okay. I think there's a little lag on our ends. Go ahead, Wayna. Go ahead.
I feel like since we met, we've been running into you quite a bit lately. Right. So, and we have some similar circles. So it's amazing that we were able to work with you and continue to grow our relationship. So thank you for having us today, and we look forward to seeing you soon. I'm sure we'll see you soon.
Oh yeah, you will. Yeah, we'll be around, and I'll be in your group, so you'll see me a lot.
Happy 7-year anniversary! Happy
Just reached the 7-year mark. It's so crazy how fast time flies, but just enjoying the journey, taking it day by day, as you guys said.
People are doing the thing for sure, and I think it's one thing to be a mompreneur and to be a wife, but to be a mompreneur and a single mom, girl. Because we're technically over here, running things while our husband is away, and I'm
like a single mother too.
I hear you. No, I hear you. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot, but you all do it beautifully. And I'm just so grateful that you all are joined me today on today's show. And we will definitely stay connected. Send me the link to the group.
Absolutely.
We'll continue to collaborate.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's show. Until next time, take care. Bye.